Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back once again to FTL Faster Than Light Advanced Edition. We have one ship left to play as, one achievement left to unlock. Clash of the Titans, destroy 15 rock ships using the Crystal Cruiser. Let's just jump into it and see if we can get it on this run. Had a pretty good run last time, didn't quite manage to get the achievement, even though I think we did get pretty close. Wow, this is extremely dangerous right off the bat. Auto scout ships, so they're going to have high evasion. They've got 3 lasers. We're in an asteroid field. We only have 1 bar of shields. They're also going to hack us. Okay. And of course, they hack us in the shield room. Well, if we get a little bit lucky, we'll dodge some asteroids. If not... well, if not, we're going to get screwed, probably. You know, if one asteroid comes in on our weapons, takes out our weapons, we could end up taking a lot of damage from this encounter, and that's one hell of a hack. Already taken 5 hull points of damage. Alright, their weapons are at least offline. We can now focus on their hacking system. So we will survive this encounter, even though it looked a little bit scary to start with. But hey, that's just the luck of the draw of FTL, isn't it? Stop firing on their hacking system, fire on their shields now, and then hopefully an asteroid can come in and finish the job here. But yeah, last run, really fun. I think we got really close to getting this achievement, but we only found one, don't punch the mic, we only found one rock sector, and I think if we could find 2 rock sectors, we will be able to get this achievement. I think the biggest mistake I made on that last run was just not focusing on missile defense, and once we got to the rock sector, I kind of realized my mistake there, because the rock ships tend to have a lot of missile launchers, and we didn't have any proper missile defense, so we ended up taking a lot of damage to rock missile launchers. It didn't end up killing us, but it was definitely a bit of a problem. So I would very much want to pick up a defense drone maybe not as soon as possible, but ideally before we get into too many rock encounters, and that will make fighting rock ships so much easier. Definitely attack the pirate here. They're attacking a civilian, so this gives us the opportunity for a couple of rewards. I don't like that there's an ion weapon that can fire very quickly, and they fired 1 shot immediately, so I'm going to depower shields, power them back up. Ideally the ion misses. I had to depower the shields twice because I mistimed it, but it ended up working, and now that their ion weapon is offline, they cannot damage me at all, so I can focus on their... I guess we should hit them in oxygen just in case we can breach it. Like, why not try? If we can breach it, we can, and maybe end up killing the crew. They have an NG doing the repairs though, so probably not, unfortunately. Piracy cannot be forgiven, absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, I do not think we'll be able to actually kill the crew here. It was close. If they didn't have an NG and we breached, I think we could have done it. So we just get a bunch of scrap out of that. We have 37. Probably going to get that shield upgrade first, and we should probably think about heading over to the exit as quickly as we can, because there's only one path to the exit in this sector, and it is down here, and we don't want to get left behind. We don't have enough time to go up, over, and down, so we just have to go down immediately and then go to the exit, jump around a little bit, and then hopefully beat the rebels there. The exit beacon is not in a nebula, so we definitely need to get there as quickly as we can. Or what I should say is we definitely can't go to the exit beacon, jump away, and then come back later. I mean, we could, but we'll probably take a lot of damage. So unfortunately, that missile and laser both landed because our shields were hacked again. Took the Crystal Heavy offline, but the Crystal Burst is still online, and if it can take out their weapons, I will be very pleased. Good, both shots did land, so we're not going to take any more damage on this encounter, even though that was a very annoying encounter to have. Whenever your shields get hacked, you're almost guaranteed to take damage, at least this early in the game. The hack only lasts for about 4 seconds, but that's enough. And we're going to get hit with a massive fire damage from this solar flare because our shields were down, but luckily those fires did spawn in empty rooms, so it should be pretty easy for us to deal with that. In fact, I definitely want to take out the hack and their shields. Good, with no dodge chance, that was an easy kill. And we have 54 scrap, enough to get the second bar of shields online, but unfortunately we are in a dangerous event, so we can't upgrade our ship. We're gonna have to wait for one more jump at least. Hopefully no more ships. No more ships that hack my shields, please. That's very annoying. At least this encounter, they have a chain laser. That's gonna take about 16 seconds to fire, and I believe my crystal burst laser takes 15 seconds. So our weapons will fire before theirs do. Probably not gonna be able to take out the bomb, but at least we can take out the laser, and then that'll make us perfectly immune to damage, or at least it should. We should be able to keep those weapons offline. They do have a Zoltan. He's pretty easy to kill, but they do have a clone bay on top of that. So even if I kill him, he will come back to life unless I hit them in the clone bay and the weapons room at the same time. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Good, that Zoltan is dead. Why kill the Zoltan? Just because having 2 crew members means that I can control where their crew is. I can stop them from repairing the piloting or the engines if they are trying to escape by attacking other systems. Right now, I can attack them in shields. They're going to stop repairing their weapons to repair their shields instead, and then one shot will finish them off. And now that we have a minute, I can actually upgrade my shield system. Would have made us immune to damage on this encounter, unless their bomb landed in the shield room, took the shields down, and then we would have had a bit of a problem. But didn't come into play at all because we didn't take any damage. We managed to take out their weapons before we took any damage. This is a simple Mantis auto scout ship with a laser charger. Now this fires in 6 seconds or 12 seconds, depending on how many shots they want to fire at us. I think we should definitely get the shields powered up if they're going to fire 2 shots. But we can wait and see what they're going to do. So they're going to fire 2 shots. Let's get the shields powered up to level 2. It's going to cost us a little bit of dodge chance, but I think it's important to have those shields up for when these laser shots come in. Now we can get the engines powered up, maybe dodge the bomb. Bomb did land, but only landed in the sensors room. So that should be really easy to get repaired. We didn't take any hull damage, so that is a pretty good encounter here for us. I would like to see what's happening aboard their ship. Where can I fire to maybe kill the crew? They have a med bay. It's not going to happen. I think they had a breach, but they have a med bay. They have an oxygen system. We're not going to be able to kill the crew here, especially when they have an NG running around. The Mantises are very nice because they are easy to kill. They're not squishy, but they're easy to kill if you can start a fire, open a breach in their hull, remove the oxygen from the room. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that, but that's okay. Killing crew is not that important on this run, and I need to internalize that. We need to destroy ships, particularly rock ships, whenever we can. Now, this is obviously not a rock ship. This is a Mantis ship. But let's practice our murder. Take out their weapon system. That missile launcher probably going to land in a shot. We only have a 20% evasion chance. And it took out our weapons. But we took out the missile launcher, so at the very least, it's going to buy us some time. And I am going to send the shield personnel into the weapons room to speed up those repairs. The only thing we have online is the Crystal Heavy, but it is enough. It is enough. As long as they don't have a good repair crew, we should be able to keep those weapons offline. Have you get on the sensors so I can see what's actually happening aboard their ship. You know what? I don't need you on sensors. I know what's happening aboard the ship. They have Mantises doing the repairing, and they're not very good at it. Now, if we wanted to, we probably could have killed this crew, but that would have probably been difficult because of the missile launcher. I would want to take it out. We get a pretty decent amount of scrap. We have 41. Let's get that medbay upgrade so that we can get some additional crew should we run into those special blue event options that can give us crew, and we'll keep jumping around. Probably hit up the nebula before we leave. Probably, I don't know. I'll decide whether or not I get the piloting upgrade before I visit the nebula, because I would very much like to get a blue event option if it is a plasma storm. So here we have very little engine power. We only have a 10% chance to dodge. Might as well send one crewman onto the sensors room so I can see what's going on aboard their ship. Their weapons don't bother me except for the ion weapon. It doing ion damage to me would be very annoying. Let's hit them in weapons and oxygen, just in case we can maybe start a breach in the O2 room and kill them. I think if we could start a breach, this would be a pretty easy crew kill, but I don't think that's going to actually happen now. Send in the crystal burst, maybe it'll breach. Nah. Might as well just finish the job then. We get 3 fuel and 20 scrap. 26 scrap. Let's get 1 more bar of reactor power so that I can have the shields powered up permanently. And that's probably going to be the end of us upgrading our ship. For maybe the next sector, I definitely want to go to a store and buy some additional equipment. Again, that defense drone would be amazing if we're going to go to rock sectors. Another weapon would be fantastic. We have time, though. We have time. And we can go to one more beacon before the exit. Let's go to it now. It is a plasma storm, but it's ship combat, which is better. Now, they do not have any offensive drones. They have a laser, but they're not using it. They're only going to be using their missile launcher. So I'm going to power up both of my weapons, dump my oxygen power into engines for as much dodge chance as possible. And they do have a defense drone, and it will shoot down some of my crystal weaponry. So I need to fire at the same time. There's a fire in there. I need to fire my weapons at the same moment to bust through their defense drone and take out that missile launcher. Good. Their missile launcher is offline. They're not diverting their power into anything else. So we have time. We can wait. Might as well get the oxygen powered up a little bit. And basically just do the same thing. Let's hit them now in... You know what? Just keep... We'll fire in on their piloting. I should have... As soon as I fired, they got the repair done on the missile launcher. So they're going to fire 1 more missile at us before I can do anything. And that's very unfortunate, but that's just bad timing, really. They have their defense drone depowered, so I can fire immediately. A fire was started in our piloting room. We need to get that fixed ASAP. Yeah, so that was 1 point of damage that I probably shouldn't have taken if I had just waited a second or just fired in on the weapon system. We would have taken that missile launcher offline again. Alright, everyone go get healed up, except for Lana, who's going to fix the piloting room. The knowing encounter, we've been taking a little bit too much damage in Sector 1, but a lot of that was just that first encounter where our shields were hacked. And the second encounter where our shields were hacked, because we took that damage from the solar flare. But that's okay. Not every run of FTL is going to be perfect. Not every run is going to have an amazing first sector where you pick up a weapon pre-igniter for free. I will give you 5 missiles, and you're going to give me an upgraded reactor, which is very nice. Means that on the next system upgrade I get, I don't have to really pay for it. Now I'm looking at this, right? I'm looking at this and I see an amazing sector layout. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 red sectors that we can visit in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also go down and go 1, 2, 3, 4, passing through a unidentified nebula sector. There's also an unidentified nebula sector in Sector 7 if we take the upper path. This is awesome. This is probably the best chance I have had on a run where I've been specifically trying to do this achievement. We are definitely going to go to the Uncharted Nebula. We're going to try our damnedest to make this run work. There's a quest beacon. This is going to cost us a little bit of time, but I still think it is worthwhile to go to the beacon. It's going to be like a station being attacked by rebels or something. Promise to deliver the cargo and ask if anyone would be interested in joining your crew or take the cargo, but drop them off at a nearby station. I think if you take the cargo, you get some random equipment. So what would I rather have, a crew member or equipment? Probably the equipment, if I'm being perfectly honest. So why don't... It's annoying because there's one encounter, I'm pretty sure, where you can take the cargo and you can get equipment out of it. And the other one is you promise to deliver the cargo and you get a crew member. But there's one encounter where I think if you take the cargo, it's the exact same reward option as the first option, but you just don't get the crew member. I'm going to take the crew member. It's a mantis, we get a quest marker. That's pretty dang good, I think. That mantis is going to help us if we get boarded, and maybe I can pick up a crew teleporter. You know, if we don't come across rock ships, for example, this nebula, we can still board ships and get better payouts from rewards. So I shouldn't diss getting a teleporter this early. It's still going to be good for us if we can get it. We can still focus down rock ships. We can still attack the crew, not kill them all. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, I should have the mantis in the door room because this is a nebula. We're not going to have any sensors for quite some time. And otherwise, we do have weapons that can breach. So if I can take out the weapons or the oxygen system of ships, kill the crew, why not give it a shot? Didn't breach. 2 ions coming in. I'm going to depower the shields to let the ions land. We did breach. We're going to ignore their pleas. Shields are offline for 5 seconds. Those shields can come back online before their beam fires. I'm not worried about it. But the good thing here is that we did breach their oxygen room, which might not kill them, especially if they have an NG, but it's going to do a lot of damage. So I'm kind of the opinion that maybe we just wait. Yeah, 1 crew member left the oxygen room. I'm going to depower the shields, let those ions come in. I just hope that they can't repair the oxygen system, because I can micro my shield power to get out of these ions. Okay, oxygen is repaired. We need to do at least 1 damage. Didn't breach, but there's no oxygen in the room. Hopefully they're taking more damage. Hopefully they'll leave in a second. I can micro my shield power. That's not a problem. I just don't want them to get their oxygen online. I want their crew to suffocate. Okay, again, another 2 ions. Keep firing 2 ions at me every time, because that's perfect. Yeah, they are not repairing that oxygen room. It's been in the red for far too long. And I am loving their ion charges. We are getting really good use out of depowering our shield system when those ions come in. Keep firing 2 ions every time. Okay, they're going to be firing 3 this time. That's okay. Just depower the shield system. Let the ions come in. And get the power back up. As long as they don't fire all shots in on the shield system, you're basically going to be fine. And I should have probably depowered it right there, but I think we'll be fine. I will depower it now. Good. The crew has been killed. We pick up 14 scrap and a defense drone Mark II. That means all we need to do is buy the drone control system. We have a defense drone. It's not a Mark I, and usually you prefer to have a Mark I defense drone so that it only shoots down missiles, but this is good too. Prepare to chase them. This is fantastic, I think. This is kind of exactly what I wanted, which is good equipment that I can use, if not now, soon. A weapon would have been probably better, but a defense drone insulates me from buying a drone control system and it not coming with a defense drone. Either way, I'm very pleased with that. That was definitely a good use of our time. It's a 37 scrap item to sell if we wanted to sell it, but we don't want to sell it, let's be honest. Take out their weapons, take out their engines. We will not accept surrender, even though I do need fuel at some point, but we're going to pick up, we're going to head to a store. Maybe not as soon as we can, but pretty soon. Pretty soon we will head to a store, sell this Crystal Vengeance augment we have, hopefully have enough scrap to buy something good. And there is a store. Not the best location for a store, unfortunately. I kind of want to go to the distress signal. If it's the station on fire, we can't do anything. If it's the defense satellite, we can't do anything. Let's stick to the nebula. We'll go nebula store, and then we'll beeline the exit. Well, we'll head towards the exit, we'll say. Open fire, absolutely. There should be some more scrap rewards, and this ship does not have the capability of hurting us at all, so we can try to kill the crew. Oh, excuse me. I'm just all stuffed up today. How are we going to try to kill the crew? Fire in the crystal burst at their O2. Fire in at it again. We know that they have more than one integrity in the system because it's only in the yellow. We need to breach it. Or at the very least, just continue to do damage to it. Keep it in the red. Now, they might have an NG in there doing the repairing. I think they do. So we're just going to keep firing on it. Every time it gets into the orange. Unfortunately, we didn't get any breaches, so they will be able to get that system repaired, and I am going to have to destroy the ship, but we tried. Maybe I could have microed it a little bit. Only fired one crystal burst when it was in the orange instead of both shots, but if we didn't breach, we're not going to be able to kill the crew. We really do need to get that breach in there. Now, we are definitely going to go to the store. I think that we do have enough scrap if we sell the Crystal Vengeance Augment in order to buy missile defense. And we can, and it comes with a defense drone. Perfect. A hull laser could be really good too. Another weapon that we can fire is going to be important, but I think we should focus on defense for now. Yeah, let's get that drone control. I really regretted not picking it up on the last run, so let's get that right now. I can sell one of either the Defense Drone 1 or the Defense Drone 2. Why not keep them both active for now? We can always sell one of them later. Or we could just sell the Defense Drone Mark 2. Because the Defense Drone Mark 1 only fires down, or only shoots down, excuse me, missiles. Missiles and boarding drones and hacking drones. The Defense Drone Mark II shoots down lasers and ions. Oftentimes, those are things that I don't really care about. Yeah, I'm going to sell it. That still means that encounter that we had earlier was worth it because we got, 35 scrap out of that item that we just sold. But I think having the Defense Drone Mark 1 is better. It takes less power, only shoots down missiles, shoots them down, maybe not as reliably, but it only fires at missiles. Yeah, I think that's okay. That's an okay decision. You can argue either way whether the Defense Drone 1 or 2 is better. I prefer the Defense Drone 1. And jump after jump of literally nothing is not making me confident in our capabilities right now because we need more scrap. We still need scrap to make this run work, so please, game, give me scrap. They only have one weapon online. That means that I can just sit here with both of my bars of shields online and just let them shoot me. So I'm going to do exactly that. I am not going to worry about engines. I'm going to leave the oxygen up. I'm going to keep the shields up. And I'm just going to fire in on their piloting room. Why piloting? It doesn't take power. So by shooting at the piloting system, the weapons of the ship are not going to power up. Their shields are not going to power up to 2 bars. I'm just going to keep firing in on the piloting room, maybe breach it, maybe not. This is going to be how I destroy the ship, just with hull damage directly. Now, if they try to escape, they will probably depower their weapons to power up their shields. At that time, I will power up my crystal burst laser and fire in more shots, but this should be plenty fine for now. And in fact, we can power up the engines a little bit, maybe get some dodge chance training on our crew. Good, so now they've depowered their weapon system, so I can power up my crystal burst, and then fire in multiple shots in about 10 more seconds. Their FTL was delayed because they had no piloting system. Now they have it repaired. Now it's in the red. They're dead. We get 16 scrap. Make sure stuff gets powered for when we jump out of this ion storm. And with 33 scrap, what do we get? Honestly, nothing. I think that we save our scrap. Maybe get some reactor power in a minute, but for now I think we're okay. I would like reactor power so I can use the defense drone a little bit more frequently, not worry about it. 2 missiles for 2 drone parts might as well. We're not using missiles. But otherwise, save scrap, go to a store at some point, maybe be able to buy another weapon. You know, I really did want to get that hull laser Mark II at the last store, but we couldn't afford it, unfortunately. And we can't afford it at this store either. We only have 33 scrap and nothing to sell. Pick up another crew member. We have Grosley. You're going to switch places with the Mantis so that the Mantis can be our combat personnel off of sensors. Should have definitely gone to that one beacon before I jumped to this beacon. That was my bad. Repugnant arm the weapons. This is a rock ship. We have to kill them. We have to attack them. There is no question. What do? We, I guess, get the engines powered up so that we have a 15% dodge chance, and then just hope that the Crystal Heavy can take out that flak gun. And if it can, then I can depower the shields, power up my other weapons, and then go to town. But I have to have some defense against that flak. It did do 1 point of damage. That's not bad. I can send the human over there to get it repaired, and I can also get that crystal burst online now that they only have 1 laser. I can take the power out of the shield system. And I can keep microing my power, maybe get a dodge every once in a while. That's fine. Okay, now what do we focus on? Engines. Keep their attention spread. Good. Now the pilot has moved off to try to get that repaired. We can fire in at their piloting system. Good. Just something else that they will have to repair later. Fire in on weapons now, keep that flak offline, and this is an easy encounter. Got hit for 1 point of damage, kind of to be expected, honestly, just because of that flak gun. We do not have the defensive power to avoid taking a little bit of damage from that. 1 more bar of shields, or a defense drone could have probably kept us safe, though. 50 scrap. Let's just go to the exit. We'll go to the store on the next sector, ideally. And there's nothing here. Civilian sector or Mantis controlled. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of going to the Mantis controlled sector. It means that we won't have an option with which sector to go to on the next jump, but the civilian sector, I don't know. I feel like the Mantis is fine. If we get boarded, we have Mantises to defend. We have a missile defense in the form of the defense drone. If we can breach the oxygen system of the enemy ships, maybe we can kill the crew. I think this is the best decision for us. There's a quest beacon we need to go to. Let's jump to the distress signal first. Hopefully they don't ask for fuel. They asked for fuel. I gave them fuel. Hopefully we can get some fuel because we are now out. Ah, ship collectors, very good. They're trying to escape. Hopefully we can stop them from escaping. Yeah, get into the medbay, please. Or, I guess we want them to escape, don't we? So, I don't know how this encounter is going to work. I don't know if we can actually get them to escape as part of the quest or not. Hopefully we can. Either way, burst laser coming in. Hopefully we can dodge some of the shots. Crystal burst first to take out the shields, and then the crystal heavy to do a lot more damage to them. Nope, our shots missed, unfortunately. So this is going to be a very interesting, potentially weird combat here. They're trying to escape. I'm trying to stop them from escaping until I can kill them, at which point I'll want them to escape. So, okay, at the very least, now we have their weapons offline. And they boarded in my medbay again, which is perfect. We took a couple of points of damage. Honestly, that's okay. All right, now we can take out their... I guess I want to take out their shields. So now I can do a little bit more damage to them, a little bit more reliably. If they don't try to escape, I might just have to kill them. I want them to escape, but I want them to escape as part of the quest, so I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out here. Yeah, I'm not getting the option for them to escape, so I might just have to kill them, which is extremely unfortunate because the whole point of this encounter is that they are going to try to escape, you follow them, and then you get equipment from killing them a second time. But They are just hanging out, so I have to kill them. I wish it could have gone another way, but that's just the way it is sometimes. I can go to the quest beacon, but then I can't really backtrack, but we have no fuel, so I don't really know the best course of action here. I guess we go to the quest beacon. It's a quest. We can fulfill the quest, maybe get some fuel out of it. I don't know. We get 23 scrap, a system repair drone, and now we're out of fuel, but that's okay. 118 scrap. Let's get a little bit upgraded. Could get the next bar of shields, but then I won't be able to afford a gun. Let's just wait. Okay, mantis ship that we have to kill, easy. Okay. Mantis attacking the oxygen, we can deal with that, no problem. They have a burst laser Mark II. It's gonna get a shot off before I can fire my weapons, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Hopefully we can kill their crew, by the way. They have a couple of weak crew members. And then hopefully we can starve them of oxygen and kill them. Well, at the very least, we took out the burst laser. I want you in sensors. I want to see what's happening aboard the enemy ship. They have one mantis who's repairing the weapon system. So keep him in the weapons room, keep him repairing the weapon system, and as long as he's in there, they're not going to try to escape. I can kill the crew, get some scrap rewards because of it. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait. We're going to wait for them to get the weapon repaired, and then we're going to fire in one shot on their weapon system right before they fire. Let's do it right about right now. Mantis goes in there to repair it, ignoring the oxygen system. This should be the crew dead, even though it's going to take a minute. The oxygen is slowly depleting from the ship. I wish we had a counter of how much oxygen they had. Maybe a sensors upgrade would entice me to upgrade the sensors, but unfortunately you have to hack the system to see the ship oxygen. Now he's worried. Now he's worried. He's fixing the O2 system, but even if he gets it repaired, one shot will take it back down into the red. And we're kind of farming up a little bit of training on everybody, which is very nice. Oxygen is in the red. Mantis is slowly dying. I could fire in some shots to help him along, but might as well just wait a second. No point in trying to fix anything right there. 3 fuel and 32 scrap. Perfect. We can continue to jump. With 150, I do feel like maybe getting another bar of shields is prudent, because now I can protect myself from burst laser Mark IIs, and if we can get a little bit more scrap before the next store, we should be able to buy anything that we want. Double shot laser plus a missile launcher means that I'm probably going to use a defense drone here. Might as well use the drone parts now, keep my hull integrity up. And I might be able to kill the crew here. Depends on what they end up repairing with their crew. So here's what I'm thinking. Fire on their clone system first, then oxygen second. The NG should go repair the clone system, and then the second shot going in on oxygen should make the Mantis go repair that. Theoretically. We'll give it a shot. Okay, clone bay out. I'm going to wait a second for the NG to get in there, then attack their oxygen. Now the Mantis is going to repair the oxygen system. It's going to take him forever to do, though. Defense drone. Hello? That defense drone did absolutely nothing to try to stop that missile coming in. That's okay. I suppose that would have happened anyways. There you go. Good job. Might as well get you healed up while we have a minute. We're not actually trying to, yeah, you know what, just heal yourself up to full. We're not trying to kill the ship, we're trying to kill the crew. This is a Mantis ship, not a rock ship, so we can do that. Oxygen is repaired slightly. Fire in one shot. I could have waited and fired in the crystal burst, but I wanted to make sure their oxygen stayed down, so I fired in with that weapon. You know, I don't think we can kill the crew, because they're going to have the NG go in there to repair the O2 system, and they're just going to come back to life and... Oh, fucking Christ. Defense drone, what is your problem? Just take out their weapons. Kill them. This is stupid. Maybe the defense drone Mark II would be able to shoot down these missiles, but you would think that the Mark I would be able to. It's just not shooting sometimes. Whatever, we got some scrap out of it. We'll make sure we get repaired at the next store because we kind of need it at this point. Stupid defense drone. I really like having defense drones, but they need to be a little bit better at actually firing on enemy shots that come in. Let them miss, but at least let them fire, you know what I mean? So one ion doesn't bother me at all. We can depower the shield, power up the engines, power up the defense drone, and they're going to try to board us. That is okay. Board us in the med bay, which is even better, because we can just put 3 crew members in there, maybe kill this guy before he can escape back aboard his ship. Thank you, defense drone, thank you. Did they have an NG? Yeah, they had an NG. So you know what? Just focus fire on their weapons room. Take the missile launcher offline. Keep us safe, just in case the defense drone would have missed one of its shots. Probably won't be able to kill the crew here, but I can definitely try. Firing a couple shots on oxygen. It's in the red. Let the Mantis go in there and try to repair it. Hopefully we can shoot down the missiles. This could work. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hull integrity. This could work. Just shoot down the missile. Shoot down the missile. Screw it. Screw it. This isn't working. These defense drones are garbage. They work better on smaller ships, like the NG cruiser. It's like half, the shield size is like half as big, so the defense drone has more time to fire, I feel like. Maybe that's intentional though, but either way, it's very annoying when you get, hit by a missile and you're thinking, hey, defense drone, your job is to shoot down these frickin' missiles. But whatever, at this point, just finish them off. Shoot down one more. Shoot down one more. Thank you. All right, we get 24 more scrap. Kind of need a store at this point to heal ourselves because we're taking a lot of dumb damage thanks to defense drone misses. That's okay, I'm not salty yet. I'll be salty if we can't get this achievement on like the millionth try. That's when I'll be salty. All right, they have a defense drone. We are going to have to try to take out their piloting with the defense drone active. We can definitely do it, but we're going to have to fire everything at once. Okay, piloting is in the red. That repair drone, unfortunately, it's going to do a good job of keeping their systems online. So their FTL will charge a little bit too much, I think. And I say too much because they're going to get the repairing done very quickly. So I'm just going to try to... Maybe I should focus fire on one room, but I'm thinking maybe just keep the systems down as much as possible. Keep them in the red for as long as possible, both of them. Maybe I could kill some of their crew, but they have the repair drone, so their repairing is going to get done, whether I like it or not. Okay, they're dead. Good. Luckily, they only had 1 bar of shields. If they had 2, that may have been, if not impossible, just a lot more difficult. So there is a store. We can go to it even with 2 fuel. We're going to do that. I will promise to help. I'm probably just going to take damage, though. Yeah. Hey, that was a calculated risk, as far as I am concerned. And we will go to that store and get healed up shortly. So it's not that big of a problem. Everyone taking oxygen damage in the sensors room is a bit of a problem, but once they get the breach repaired, everyone else can get in there and get it fixed. Crystal crew members do take half suffocation damage. Not as good as the Lanius, but that's okay. I may have mentioned this before, but I think it's weird that they take half suffocation damage, because that implies that they're Lanius related when they're obviously rock related. That's kind of implied and I think very explicitly declared in the game's story. So why don't they just take half fire damage? Why half oxygen damage? Or half damage from oxygen. It's just weird. I don't get it. We only need 2 bars of shields for this encounter. They're gonna board us with a Mantis. If the Mantis dies, he will just respawn in their clone base. So I might want to take that offline. Might want to just destroy the ship as quickly as possible because this is a solar flare. This might be a little bit dangerous for us. We don't need to worry about their weapons too much, so I am going to fire in on their oxygen and clone bay first. Everyone can get healed up. And put you in the sensors room so I can see what that NG is doing. Ion bomb in our empty room is fine. NG's trying to get the O2 repaired. I would like it if he could die, but that's understandable. Okay, I think he is going to die. He's putting out the fire. We didn't take damage from the fire appearing. That's very nice. In fact, we might be able to just kill the NG outright based on his HP. Ion in the doors is fine. With 57 HP, 4 shots will kill him. Or 4 damage will kill him. There we go. He's dead. We picked up a firebomb, which is honestly, it's an okay additional weapon for us to have. I would maybe have preferred to have something else, but if I'm only going to get 1 additional gun, the firebomb is honestly okay. Because you can really mess with enemy crew, and especially if we can get a couple of rock crew members plus a crew teleporter, that could be really good for us. There is a crew teleporter and a rock crew member, but I actually can't afford it, so we're going to ignore that. We're going to sell the combat drone and the system repair drone. Might want to, in fact, sell the firebomb, but this could actually be good for us. It could allow us to kill enemy crew. Considering that the crystal burst takes 15 seconds, the chain laser is not that bad. It does take 16 seconds to fire, but it does fire faster and faster. We need to buy fuel. We should probably think about buying another weapon. A small bomb could be good. 2 damage on the enemy shields, reduces their shields by 1. Ion Stunner stuns for 5 seconds. So 1 power weapon to bring down 1 bar of shields. I like the Ion Stunner here. I can get that online pretty much instantly, and even if I pick up 1 more gun at the next store, this is still good. Are we gonna do teleporting? Probably not. No, let's focus on offense, because in order to kill rock ships, we're gonna need to focus on offense anyways, so why don't we do that? Go to the second store, then we'll go to the exit. I do have another gun here, and it's a halberd beam. Firing in 17 seconds actually kind of makes sense with what we have, because the crystal burst fires in 15. Takes 3 power. Let's buy all their fuel. Heal up. And then think about this for a minute. You could get the hacking part. I don't think that's what we want, though, because we have a defense drone already. We don't want to spread ourselves too thin. Ooh, a boarding drone could be interesting. You send over the boarding drone. Wherever it lands, you send over a firebomb that lights the room on fire, removing more oxygen from the room, also hurting enemy crew in the room trying to fight the boarding drone. It could be a very interesting combination. Charge Ion. Well, we already have an Ion Stunner. Do we want to focus on Ion weapons? Honestly, that's not a bad call because we have these crystal weapons. They do pierce 1 bar of shields. We don't need to completely take out the enemy shields. We only need to take them out partially. This is interesting. If we're gonna go to rock sectors, the firebomb is not that useful. Could sell it for 25, buy the charge ion, and then use 3 ion weapons until the future, in which case we can replace them. Sure. This would allow us to kill enemy crew a little bit more easily. But you know what? Let's think ahead to when we're in the rock sectors. Are we going to want the firebomb? No. So there we go. We've made up our minds, and we can upgrade the weapon system once so that we can at least have the ion stunner online. And we can get the charge ion online shortly. It's going to take like 120, 150 scrap, something around there. Let's defense drone it up, please. Also, close and open all doors. I'd prefer it if you shot down the missile when it comes in, but that's okay. Hacking the weapons is not bad as long as you shoot down the missile. Good. That was close. It could have hit the weapons room. Just keep us safe, defense drone. My weapons will be ready to fire in just a second. Okay, that missed, unfortunate, but we can still fire in our shots. Crystal Burst on their weapon system. Crystal Heavy on the weapon system. Good, missile launchers offline. I wanted to hit their weapons because the ship is not escaping. Might as well do everything in our power to keep us as safe as possible, and that means taking out their weapons. Next thing we take out is probably going to be their hacking system so that I can fire more frequently, then shields, then piloting, or piloting then shields, because we have the ion stunner. It will take the shields offline. So yeah, piloting first, I suppose. Okay, hacking part is disabled now. Ion stunner. It, by itself, it can't permanently take down shields. In fact, 2 of these would be required, but it and the charge ion can definitely permanently take down shields. So in the future, if we run across ships that have 2 or 3 bars of shields, we can always use the charge ion to help my crystal weapons do more damage, because right now they can only penetrate 1 bar of shields. The ion stunner can drop them from 2 to 1. When they start to have 3 bars of shields, we're going to really need this charge ion operational. But I'm hoping that this will be enough, at least until we can find another weapon in the future. Mantis Homeworlds, okay. Okay, we have a Mantis crew member. We don't have a crew teleporter. We need 3rd level sensors to get Mathkathpathkalik. And we have to kill the crew as well. So I might not want to worry about it, honestly. I don't know. Think about it. Think about it. Because it would be nice to get, you know... Do we get hull repair from this encounter, or do we just get Mantis Pheromones? Either way, it would be nice to get Mantis Pheromones. We can sell it. It would be nice to get another Mantis crew member who's maxed out at everything. So getting a couple of levels of sensors upgraded might not be the worst thing for us. We're going to leave them alone. And we'll go to another distress beacon just because it honestly buys me time to think about it. And this is just an ambush. You are mind controlled, but it's level 1. You might as well just stay in the piloting room because they can't hurt me at all with their weapons. So I might as well just let you bash down on our piloting system. And the good thing about it is that 2 mantises should be really easy for us to kill. We can absolutely kill the crew here. All we have to do is fire on oxygen long enough that they can't get it repaired, and then when they start dying, 1 shot or 2 shots on the clone bay to take it out. Oxygen is already in the red. Now we just have to sit back and wait. I could also potentially do this by using the charge ion, firing a lot of charge ions on their oxygen to keep it offline instead of having to do hull damage, but this is fine because it's going to take them a long time a long time to get that repaired. And they can't hurt me at all. So we might as well kind of farm up some training. Don't destroy the system and do hull damage, please. Okay, he's still getting it repaired. Okay, one shot missed, so I did have to fire in the crystal heavy weapon. That's okay. Get you guys healed up ever so slightly. Need to make sure that I keep that shield powered up to level 3. And this is gonna suck too. I am gonna have to use the human to keep the crystal crew member busy so he doesn't take down my shield. That's okay. Their oxygen is looking pretty bad. Come on, crystal burst. Land both shots when it goes back into the yellow. Or I guess it's not going into the yellow, it's going into the straight up gray. Good. In the red once again. And we're just waiting. This is nice. We have a reason to do what we're doing, so we're farming experience, and we're also getting more scrap rewards, ideally by killing the crew of the ship. Maybe we'll get some equipment out of it or something. Ooh, that shot missed, so I did have to fire in the crystal heavy to take down the oxygen. It is looking low. They're probably going to start suffocating in a second. There they go. And I don't think you can get it repaired before they die. So the next shot, the only thing I have to do is land it in their clone bay, and that should be the end of this encounter. Pilot, I don't care about. I'm going to wait for the pilot to die so they have no dodge chance, though. It's the only thing I'm going to wait on. We do have to hit it one more time, so you know what? One crystal heavy shot. This should finish them off. Please don't kill us. They're already dead. No thank you. We get 16 scrap plus Maria. Honestly, that was so rude. That's how you welcome Maria aboard the ship? You shoot her once? Honestly, it's not that bad to get another crew member out of it, but that wasn't a lot of scrap for the effort involved. But that's okay. We've got another crew member, Maria. Let's have you on sensor so that the Mantis can be in the med bay. A lot of humans aboard this ship, but that's okay. 46 scrap, nothing to sell. We're going to ignore the store.